Thank you for this, and for what you did yesterday.
You keep thanking me like that, Miss Sutton, and someone might think I enjoy it.
Sir?
Let's just say I don't regret backing a winning hand. You realize, of course, that what happened in the boardroom wasn't a triumph. Not really.
No.
It was a provocation. You've drawn attention. More than what is probably wise.
You think I'm too eager?
I think Hojo doesn't say yes unless it serves him. And Scarlet doesn't give gifts without strings.
Is the gun that noticeable?
Not unless you're trained to look.
Do you think I should wear it?
You already are.
May I?
Scarlet is many things, but she is first and foremost an artist.
I don't think anyone should need to arm themselves. But yes, keep it on you.
Then, I will.
Good. You follow orders well. You behave like a corporal at the front.
Is that good?
For me? Very.
General, perhaps you can tell me the true purpose of why you've brought me here. I sense you have a motive beyond acknowledging my aptitude for following directions.
Yesterday, you claimed you've gathered enough information on the inner workings of the company to be dangerous. I'm curious to know the extent of that danger.
What do you mean?
We're seated in one of the busiest floors in the building, a place where all departments merge. What can you gather from those present?
All right. See those engineers by the vending machines? Green emblems, junior rank. The tall one's their lead. He's fidgeting like mad, bouncing one leg, checking his pockets for change. That's his third energy drink. He's stalling. Reactor-related, most likely. I'd wager the new combustion sequence in Sector 4 still isn't stabilizing. He's hoping a vending machine miracle buys him more time before his check-in.
Sector 4.
The maintenance hatch has been a problem for weeks. Rumor is he's fallen for a woman in reactor ops, Francesca. Apparently she complimented his coolant schematic once, and it ruined him. He's been missing deadlines ever since. Now he's convinced that if he finishes the new combustion sequence and solves the hatch malfunction, he'll get reassigned and never see her again. He's using the hatch failure to stall, buying himself time to work up the nerve to ask for her number.
You don't say.
Over by the coffee counter, Letty and Lou, logistics, dressed in chartreuse and coral. Bold, distracting choices. They're baiting a mark. See the guy with the neat tie and the overwhelmed posture. He's new to accounts payable. If they flip him, they'll bypass departmental routing and cut 6 weeks of red tape. Watch. They'll offer to buy him a muffin before the hour's out. What else would you like to know, General?
You pay far too much attention for someone who was a specialist not too long ago.
The signs are always there. People just choose not to see them.
What about me?
Pardon?
Indulge me, Miss Sutton. What's your assessment of me? Right now.
Very well then, if you insist. You never eat here. Not unless you're cornered or curious. You prefer the soldier canteen, where hierarchy is strictly observed. You eat red meat, balanced meals. Not because you enjoy it, but because it keeps the nutritionists off your back. You don't normally eat with your right hand. You're left dominant, but you alternate in public to mask your form from surveillance. You've trained yourself to look natural, with both hands, so no one can map your technique from combat footage. And the most obvious? You never sit with your back to the room. Even here, you're measuring sightlines. 2 exits to the left, kitchen corridor to the right. That tree behind you offers partial cover from a mezzanine angle. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
I think you've been gauging my awareness this entire meal, testing whether I'm more than I appear. I also think you're trying to figure out how much of me is a facade and how much is genuine. You're not concerned that I spoke out yesterday. You're concerned that I have no allegiance, that I'm not owned, not bought. I'm not PR. I'm not HR. I don't vanish after 5 p.m. And I think you're hoping I'll stay unpredictable, but useful, dangerous even, but on your side.
How am I doing?
If you can read me like that, I'll have to start guarding my tells.
Maybe you already are. I just haven't called your bluff yet.
That person you were on the phone with earlier, your mother, was she in trouble?
Oh, she's a postal worker in the underplate. A new supervisor tried to discard a damaged carton of mail. She was working up the nerve to confront him.
So, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Listen, this isn't the first time my inclinations have made me peculiar. Does it make my life easier, being hyper-aware of everything around me? No. But I won't leave things half-finished or unattended. So if you're worried about my longevity in this role, don't be.
Very well. My turn. You take pleasure in being underestimated. It's not enough to meet expectations. You prefer to outpace them, subvert them, use the rules to your own advantage, break them if necessary.
Is that criticism?
Worry is the least of my concerns with Sutton. If you're willing, I believe we can put that awareness of yours to good use. But it will place you in crosshairs that haven't yet revealed themselves. Should things come down to the wire, I expect you to stay vigilant. Not only for Lazard's sake, but for your own.
Of course, sir. Aren't you coming back to the office?
No, I have business in the armory. I'll part ways with you here.
Very good, sir.
You missed one thing, Miss Sutton.
Oh?
I asked you to lunch because I wanted your company. No agenda, no orders. Just you.